Hello students, welcome to this series of science lessons. In this chapter, we will study about light, shadows and reflections. Light, shadows and reflections. We see so many objects around us. Just look around yourself. If you are staying at home, you can able to see windows, walls, ceiling, fan, cot, television and so many other things. What makes us see? Light is responsible for what we are seeing. If there is no light, we cannot see what objects are there around us. Torch bulb is an object that gives out light of its own. There is a battery installed within the torch. The electrical energy is converted into light energy. One more example, the sun. Sun is another familiar object that gives its own light. There will be so many nuclear reactions happening within the sun. Some part of the energy we perceive as light energy. During the day, its light allows us to see the objects. Objects like sun that give out or emit of their own are called luminous object. Sun and other stars is luminous objects, whereas planets and natural satellites like our moon are non-luminous objects. They cannot give light of their own. Our planet Earth cannot give out its own light. The same thing for our natural satellite moon. Moon cannot give its own light. What we see during night, the reflection of the light emitted by the sun. Transparent, opaque and translucent objects. If we cannot see through an object at all, then that object is called opaque. If we are able to see clearly through an object, allowing light to pass through it, then we call it as transparent object. There are some objects where we can see, but the clarity is not much. We cannot see it clearly. Such objects are known as translucent objects. This is an example of transparent object where light passes through the glass. This is an example of opaque object. Can you guess what's inside the box? No, you cannot. You have to open the box in order to see what's inside it. Light cannot pass through the object. These type of objects are called opaque objects. And one of the best example of translucent object are honey. When you pour out honey, partially you can able to see what's behind it. Some part of light passes through the honey, some part of light do not passes through the honey. This type of objects is known as translucent objects. What exactly are shadows? Here we can see there are three friends. Friend 1 is having a torch. Friend 2 is standing in between friend 1 and friend 3. Friend 1 turns on the torch and casts it on friend 2. Imagine friend 3 is standing somewhere away. When friend 1 casts light on friend 2, you cannot see a shadow anywhere. Since it is an open field, there is not an opaque object to cast a shadow. When friend 3 comes with a big cardboard, we can able to see the shadow of friend 2 casted on the cardboard. In order to see the shadow, we need an opaque object. We need an opaque object or a ground, something that we can see the shadow. Light always travels in a straight line. Since light cannot pass through our object, a pinhole camera. You might think that we need a lot of stuff to make a camera, but not really. I strongly recommend you to go through Activity and try to build yourself a pinhole camera. I will try to explain in simple demonstration. On a warm sunny day, there is a tree in the open field. Light will be bouncing off in all the direction. When the light ray passes through this pinhole, once the light ray passes through the pinhole, the ray will be casted on one side of this pinhole camera. Say for instance this plane. Light only travels in a straight line, and we can notice that bottom of the tree, the ray will be seen on top of this side. I believe you have tried making your own pinhole camera. So what do you see inside a pinhole camera? You see images will be upside down, right? The top of the tree will be seen on bottom of the pinhole camera. The bottom of the tree will be seen at the top of pinhole camera, because light travels in a straight line. The top of the tree, once the ray passes through the pinhole, that will be casted on bottom of the pinhole camera. When we come to the bottom of the tree, once the ray passes through the pinhole, it will be casted on top of the pinhole camera. Mirrors and reflection. We all use mirrors at home. You look into the mirror, you see your own face on mirror. What you are seeing is your own reflection. There are three friends, friend 1, friend 2 and friend 3. One friend is holding a torch, one friend is holding a mirror, and one friend is standing at some angle. When friend 1 turns on the torch and cast on the mirror, the light will be reflected. Friend 2 held the mirror at such an angle, the reflection will be casted on friend 3. The content of this recording is borrowed from Karnataka Textbook Society, Bangalore, under Fair Usage Policy. This video is presented by Avari Technologies. Please do hit subscribe button to get more content. Thank you.